This video mainly introduces the basic operation of QingCheng Cloud Platform. First, open the link of QingCheng Cloud Platform and enter the username, password and verification code. Step 1. Device Group. Grouping devices can effectively manage devices and configure devices in the same group simultaneously. Click Device Manage under IoT Product on the left. On the Device Manage page, we can search for devices by device name, device number, and product type. For example, select RAM1 in the product, then enter the 03 as the series number, click the search, we can quickly query the device information. Now, let's demonstrate how to group devices. First, click the device group under the IoT product on the left, click Add to add the device group. Enter the group name and department as required. Parent function is to assign new groups under existing groups, so do not select the parent function of the new group, fill in the remark if needed, and click Submit. After the addition, we can bind device to this new group, click the Bind Device button, select the device to bind, and click Submit. Step 2. Device Parameters Configuration. Before the device collects data, we need to configure the device's collection parameters as required. Click the Device Manage under the IoT product, click Device Action in the right column, we can see some device operation functions, click the parameter config, and configure the corresponding parameters as required. The Enable Sending Parameters button indicates whether to send parameters to the current cloud platform. The default option is Yes. The Enable Sending Waves button indicates whether to send waveform to the current cloud platform, we can enable it as required. Then click the Submit. Step 3. Check AE data. The system supports real-time viewing of acoustic emission data and historical data. Click the AE data under the IoT data, select the AE device we want to check, here select RAM1 in product, select 0011 in device, click Search, at this time we can see all the AE parameter data of this device. At the same time we can check the historical data, click Start Date, select the historical time we want to check. Click Search to check data for that time period. We can also select a single parameter to check, or check several parameters at the same time, for example, we can check the amplitude, energy, duration at the same time. We could click a parameter point to check the corresponding waveform of the parameter if we enable sending waves. We can zoom in and zoom out of the waveform, and switch the previous frame or the next frame. Step 4. Parameter Data Compare. This function can compare the same acoustic emission parameters of different devices, and can also compare different parameters of the same equipment. Click the Param Data Compare under the IoT data, we can search for the devices that we want to compare the parameters, here we can select multiple parameters of a single device for comparison, also we can select multiple devices and multiple parameters to compare. For example, we can check the amplitude, energy and RMS of a single device. Or we can select two devices, number 03 and 237, at the same time to check multiple parameters. Move the mouse over the parameter diagram to display the detailed data for every point. Step 5. Add alarm users. Alarm users are used to receive alarm information. This system supports SMS and email to receive alarm information. Click the Alarm User Manage under Alarm Manage. Click Add button to add a new user, fill in the details of the user. phone number and email address to receive alarm information. Receive frequency means how often to receive alarm information. The alarm notification is sent in real time. 1 minute is the minimum time interval. Click Submit. Step 6. Add alarm scene. User can add different alarm scenes to meet different monitoring requirements. Click the alarm scene Manage under Alarm Manage, click the Add button, and fill in the alarm name. The type can be selected as intensity, comprehensive, activity, and wire break. Wire break is generally used in the bridge wire break monitoring scenario. Here we choose the intensity to demonstrate. The alarm level is selected according to the type. The level of intensity in comprehensive type can be selected 1 to 3, the activity type alarm level is 1 to 4, wire break rating depends on intensity rating. Here we input 2, frequency refers to the frequency of the platform to trigger alarm information. The notice way can be email or SMS. The bind type can be device or device group, and the status can be open or close. Click Submit. Click Bind Contact in the right column to bind one or more contacts. And the Bind Device button to bind one or more devices. Step 7. Rating Configuration. The system rating is to evaluate the overall performance levels of the current acoustic emission events according to the defined rating rules, to make alarms or action measures. Click Device Manage under the IoT product, click Device Action in the right column, click Rating Config to enable rating. Intensity Config can add intensity rating rules. Select some parameters and set their values as different intensity levels. Click Add Intensity, Add Rule. Here we can select one or several parameters as the rating intensity conditions. If there are more than one rule under the same intensity level, when any one rule is reached, the intensity level is triggered. If there are more than one condition under the same rule, only when all parameter conditions are met, that rule is reached. For example, we add a new rule to intensity 1 and the amplitude condition is set 40 dB. When the amplitude parameter reaches 40 dB, the intensity level 1 is reached and that counts as one activity. Each activity counts when any intensity level is triggered. The rating interval refers to the time period to give the summary of the rating results, including the intensity and activity in comprehensive ratings. For example, 20s is entered to indicate every 20s it will summarize the all rating levels. Rating report criteria selects report intensity 1. When the intensity level is equal to or above 1, the system records corresponding event. The intensity reporting minimum interval refers to the minimum interval between the continuous reporting intensity rating results. The default interval is 10 seconds. After setting, click Submit button. Step 8. Check the rating data. Click AE Rating Data under the IoT data, where we can search the device and rating type, then we can check the rating data of the device. Step 9. AST function. Auto sensor testing function is mainly to determine whether the AE system calibration is normal and whether the response of each channel sensor meets the standard. Click on the AST test under IoT tool. If the time interval is set to 5 seconds, it means that the AST test on the selected device after 5 seconds. If multiple devices are selected, it will test the selected devices one by one every 5 seconds in sequence, and it is a one-time test. After the setting is complete, click Submit. Click Get Result. We can see the test result of the latest AST test. Find more information, please visit www.andt.com.